Awa DJIMARE, she will be in this TV show. If you want to file your tax, yeah, Awa DJIMARE, she's one of the best in this community. In this TV show, we're going to have another one here too from Guinea. MAMADOU, SALIOU, is a real estate agent. My first guest in this show, MARIE CLAUDINE. She's a Rwanda orphan genocide survivor. She lost her mom when she was a teenager. 2005, she had a scholarship to come to America. A few months later, she created an NGO. Why do I exist? I don't have the answer. Followed by a book she published, The Power of Social Media. Thank you for coming.
My pleasure. You forget to add that I have a PhD, doctor.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I just get that title, so I'm very excited to have it every time somebody introduces me. So no problem. I forgive you.
I like that.
Thank you.
You know what? One thing I like of you, you express whatever you feel. I like that. I met you at a lot of events. Whenever they ask people, you raise your finger, you take the microphone. I don't have this courage to talk in front of the people. Is it because you're from Rwanda? Or because you are a very tall woman and you see everything down your feet?
No, no.
So tell me.
It's because of how my mom raised me. You know, my mom, she's a powerful lady. She has this type of self-confidence, self-esteem. She helped me to grow up believing that I can achieve anything I want to do. And then also I remember when I was little, like under 5 years old, I was making noise, jumping around. My mom, she was sitting with other women, and then I heard other women told my mom, you should beat your daughter, you should make her sit down and then be quiet. She told them, leave my daughter alone. I know my daughter, she's very smart. Even if I die today, she will survive. So I say, Mom, tell them. So I grew up believing that I can do anything because my mom, she supports me. And then also she introduced me to the youth Catholic movement, where I learned to act, to dance, to do improvisation when I was little. So I grew up believing that, you know, I have a God, I have my mom who loves me so much. I can just do anything. Plus, I was number one in the class. You know, in elementary school, we mixed with boys and the girls. Every time I was number one, I beat boys, I beat girls.
I know.
So I have the A+, A+. So I believe that I can do anything. So those self-esteem, self-confidence, I grew up with it.
I know you are one of the girls, you know, when the boys see they just run away, right?
No, not to run away, just run away.
Yeah, I know how hard it is to lose, you know, your mom, your parent, when you are little. So how did this affect you?
Oh, when my mom, she was killed, I survived the genocide in Rwanda. When my mom, she was killed, we were in a refugee camp. My grandpa were killed before. My uncle, my auntie, my cousins, my daddy and my stepfather, they were all killed. So I was with my mom thinking that we are going to survive. So when she was killed, I lost all hope, I lost everything. I felt that there's no reason I should leave. Because she was my best friend, because she was my cheerleader, she was everything to me. You know, I used to tell her that, don't worry, you are suffering, you are struggling now, you are working hard for me. But when I grow up, I would get PhD in math, I would make people work for you, I would make you like a queen, like people would wash your feet. She used to laugh. So we were best friends. So when she was killed, I really hated everything. I hated my country. I hated the fact I was born in Rwanda. I hated the fact I speak in Rwanda. I hated everything because I said nobody really could at least protect my mom. So I went through too much bitterness, too much sorrow, pain, crying every day. I spent more than 10 years begging women on the street, asking them if they can allow me to call them mother, because I missed to call somebody mom. There's a time I could not even go to the wedding ceremonies. Everywhere I heard somebody call mom, I was crying. But I'm grateful. I thank God that I get recovery. I overcome that. And one day I was sleeping. My mom came in my dream. she told me to trust God, to put my faith in God. Because every time I was facing challenges, I was touching myself like this. And then go through, depression mood. I was saying, if my mom was here, she was going to figure out how to do this. She was going to help me. And then she came in my dream. She told me, don't cry too much. Put your faith in God. Trust God. God will provide everything.
So, you overcame your struggle, your pain. Do you think the others often overcame their pain like you?
Some majority are still struggling. That's why I created my organization. Why do I exist? Because during the genocide, when there is a moment I found myself jumping over the body of the people, I had no idea that I was going to survive. So I committed a vow to God. I said, Lord, if you protect my life and I survive, I will help orphans. So God protected me. So helping orphans is a promise I promised it to God, and then also to grow up seeing other survivor orphans struggling, going through pain, and then some just lost everything. They even lost hope. What helped me to recover, it's my joyful childhood. I switched the memory all the time. When I started to remember my mom, after 10 years going through, struggling, begging women to call them my mother, but I had to force. There is a time I said, I don't care, you accept, you don't accept, I'm going to call you mama, because it was too much pain.
So you created your NGO, Why Do I Exist?
Why Do I Exist?
So how do you help the younger back home? Go ahead.
Yeah, I use most of the time social media, the power of social media. That even the reason why I wrote a book, The Power of Social Media. I listen to them.
Let me have it.
This is the audio book I created.
This is an audio book, right?
Yes, that's
okay,
audio.
Talk about
and this is also a book.
Oh, wow, amazing, impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's mine, right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I keep it. Thank you. Okay.
So I use social media to talk to them, listen to them, counseling, because any trauma, they teach us that I graduated in international trauma studies here in New York City. They teach us that, number one, people who are struggling, who are going through suffering, they need somebody they can trust, they can talk to, who can listen to them, because they may not talk to everybody. Because when we go through trauma, especially the case of genocide in Rwanda, you don't trust people. You scare everybody, because Hutus, they were our neighbors. People who killed our relatives, our loved ones, they are the people we grew up with. They are the people we know. It's not the strangers who came in our place. So that destroyed the trust of humankind. So the orphans, because I'm one of them, most of the time I share my story on Facebook. I'm really open when I talk about what I'm going through.
Do you have good feedback?
Yes, yes. Some of them, they tell me that the way I help them, it's by sharing my story. It's helped them to feel like they are not ashamed to what they went through. I even created international trauma studies in Rwanda, where I invested experts from New Jersey to go to teach them how to overcome the trauma.
Really?
Yeah,
that's
and
amazing.
we do many things. And then we do International Day for Peace in Rwanda, UN Peace Day. I initiated that in 2009. I used the power of social media to do it. Another thing, we pay school fees. We raise funds to help them to pay school fees.
Exactly. To come back to your NGO, you help them emotionally, but they still need money.
Yeah. I have different people who pay school fees. And then some people go there to visit them, so they bring their money. In a non-profit, one of the things sometimes people don't understand, in non-profit we are like a vehicle, we are like a link, we are like intermediate. We bridge the gap between needy people and then goodwill people who want to help them.
Have you ever been back since you came here?
No, but I'm there every day.
Yeah.
Physically not, but because of my work. Non-profit is something I created without knowing what I was doing. Now we are doing like a mentorship between goodwill people who succeeded and orphans in Rwanda. Because now some of the survivors of genocide, they are growing up. They want to do some income generating activities. So my goal is to create like a type of bank or microcredit or micro loan to link people who have money and then orphans in Rwanda.
I have one or two other questions to ask you. When you say the power of social media, how can you use social media to prevent this kind of genocide happen again in Rwanda?
Social media, it's a power to the people. It's a voice to the people. So we need to tell the story, and then we need to create a networking, and then look for the people who believe in what you believe in. One of the reasons why I use social media, Facebook, is because most of the old friends, they are on Facebook. So I'm organizing an award to acknowledge Africans in diaspora who use the power of social media to help Africans back home.
I hope you come back here again next time in the TV show. But my last question to you is, what is forgiveness for you?
To me, forgiveness is an expression of God's beauty. Forgiveness is my powerful weapon I have been using to become who I am. When you forgive, you switch the negative thinking, the negative mindset to joyful lifestyle. Because when we forgive, we really allow God to sit on the throne of our life. When we refuse to forgive, we allow evil to sit on the throne of our life. So, and forgive, like Bishop Tutu or Mandela said, somebody who don't forgive, it's like you are eating poison, hoping that your enemy will die. Forgiveness help forgiver first. Forgiveness helped me more than the people I forgive.
Thank you for all of this. Thank you for your advice.
My pleasure.
And thank you for sharing the sad but beautiful story. And I wish you come back here again next time.
Thank you.
That. Thank you.
They should check my website, whydoiexist.org.
Thank you.
You know, I'm a survivor. There is no reason to be sad.
I like that.
Thank you.
You're always happy.
Yeah.
Full of life.
Yeah, because I know where I came from.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Marie Claudine. Thank you for watching Africa on the Move. Now we're gonna visit Awa DJIMARE. If you wanna file your tax, as I told you before, I mean, absolutely, you gotta meet, you gotta see the women.
My name is Awa DJIMARE. I've been here 20 years now, and I'm doing tax for almost 10 years. And I'm with my brother, who's also tax associate more than 10 years. His name is Mr. Jara Garam.
So what brings you to this job? What's the passion behind this job?
The first time I went to do my tax, I was not satisfied with my tax preparer. And I was like, oh, okay, let me learn how to do this so I can do my own taxes. That's how it started. I started to do my own taxes, and now I'm doing people's taxes. The same problem I have with my tax preparer, the same problem my client have with me.
Okay. So now, this is tax season.
Yes, it is.
And I know you're going to have a lot of people here who are going to knock at your door and give you a hard time at the same time.
Yes, it is.
So now you're going to tell us what people need to do, what people need to understand when they come here to file the tax.
The first thing they need to understand is who is allowed to file. People come, they want to file, but they don't know if they're allowed to file, if they're qualified to file. That's the first thing. And second, some people say, oh, I want more money. They have to understand that we're not giving people money. This is the system. Everything is already done. All we do is to put the number, the information that you bring us, and the number, the result will come up. And one more thing that I want them to know is how to fill up the W-4. Many people apply for job, they don't know how to fill this up. They messed up with this, they messed up with the W-2s, and they messed up with the tax return. For example, this is my own W-2. I have 3 kids, but in this W-2, I put 0. Why? I have my reason why I did that. You will see some W-2s, they put 5, they don't know why. When you ask them, they don't know. Oh, I didn't know I put 5. You don't know you put 5 because you don't know how to fill this up. This is 4 pages. They're telling you, enter 1 for yourself, enter 1 for your spouse, enter 1 if you have kids, 1, 1, 1, 1. You're going to add and you're going to put the total. The total will go to your W-2. If you don't want to mess up with that, just fill up the first page and that's it. Your first name, your last name, your social, your address. If you are single, just put single. If you are married, just put married. If you are married but you want to with her whole tax as a single, you can do that. You have 3 different options. And number 5, it says how many kids or allowance you want to put on your W-2. Just put 0 if you don't have any kids.
I believe, it's too late now to fix this. But
for this year,
yes.
for 2018,
That's
it's
what
already
I say.
too late.
That's what I say. Next year I will have you in our studio, so we can explain more and more to people.
I will.
Okay, but this is the tax season, and I know we're gonna have a lot of people. I don't want to take a lot of your time.
Yes.
But people have some concern. I would like to bring to you, so you can give us some idea.
Yes.
And first, the government shutdown. People talking about it.
I would say no, because I have clients that already received the money. It's like last year. They said if you have kids, the EIC, if you claim EIC, your tax will be held for a couple more weeks. Which is, they just want to verify your information, your kids' information. They don't want to double pay. Maybe you file the same child as someone else. They being careful. It's not because of the government shutdown. No. If you don't have any kids, you are single, no problem. You will receive your check less than 3 weeks.
Do you think there is change? People are getting more or less money this year compared to other years because of the crisis?
I would say it's the same. Everything goes by your income, by the allowance you put on your W-4, and it's so many other factors. It's so many other things that add up, and then with that, the system will decide how much you're getting. The more money you're making, the less you're gonna receive sometimes, and the more your kids are growing, that's also the EIC is phasing. Let's say you have 20 years son who's not in college, you're not going to get the full EIC benefit. So it's so many things. Every person has different story. I may have $10,000. You may have $10,000. But my W-4 will say 0 dependent. Your W-4 will say 2 dependent. Right there, we're not going to get the same amount. That I know. Because you didn't get enough, you didn't pay enough tax as I did. So there's so many other things. If they really want to know about more, they can contact me.
Yo.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
for
time.
having me.
MAMADOU SALIOU Diallo is the former president of MAMADOU Association. He did a lot of great job here in this community. Now he turned to real estate agent.
Yes.
Thank you for coming in my TV show.
Thank you, Mr. Karim, for inviting me. It's a pleasure.
Come on, you are very well dressed.
Thank you.
And yeah, this is something that I noticed. All those real estate agents, they're always, well dressed like that. Explain me, why do you have to put on suit? Is it part of the job? You gotta be in a suit?
Well, it's a type of job that people take you into consideration upon how they see you. So if you want somebody to put their value on you, you got to put yourself in a standard level where they can trust you to do business with you. Okay. So appearance is a good tool that can help you interact with people.
Okay, can you bring my suit, please? I got to put on my suit too.
Go ahead.
Okay, okay, brother.
Yes.
So when you decided to do real estate, were you sure that you made a good choice? Are you doing this because real estate generates millions of dollars? You can be rich, or are you doing it because of passion?
First of all, before I landed into real estate, into the real estate industry, I did a couple of jobs in this country. I worked in a car wash for $4 an hour. I worked in a Burger King, $5 an hour. I hustled on the street, and I became a driver. I drove yellow cab, I drove gypsy, I drove limousine. And the reason now I joined in the real estate, one of the reasons is because I don't expect to work all my life. I really want to retire early while I can have money still coming for me. So that's one of the reasons I joined real estate, is to build wealth, to leave legacy, and to give back my community. Because sometimes in order to give, you must have what to give. And within the real estate industry, I believe that there's a lot I can give back to my community in terms of finances, guidance, and any other support that could be out there.
What you say is very interesting, but it's not easy. You know, it's not a lot of African people buying house here in America.
True.
So, are you gonna make good business with them?
All right, it's true in terms of percentage of, especially us Guineans compared to other Africans. This real estate is new to us. The reason why it's new to us because we have not gotten people that can talk to us about it, that can tell us the advantage that owning a house can contribute in your life and your children's life. That's one of the reasons we have not gotten too much in it. That's one of also the reason why I'm investing myself in it, so I can educate our people, I can convince them, I can bring tools and information for them that can push them to get within the industry.
So for you, it's not a financial problem. It's lack of communication and the importance of buying a house here in America.
I will say at some point, yeah, it's not about the money. It's about knowing what you're getting into. Not having the right information will always be a lack of success. So there are people in our community that have the money, but they don't know what to do with it, or they don't know the benefits, how that money can generate more if they invest it into the real estate. And also it can help them and help their children not to go through the same thing we are going through today, paying rents every day. So we want to make sure we leave something for our children. You know, buying houses can help them a lot so that they don't have to go struggling paying rent while they're in college. So that's many reasons why we are trying to convince our people to get within the real estate and buy houses.
One of the problems too, they always say, okay, one day I'm going back home. What is your message to these people?
First of all, the people that started coming here many years ago had in their mindset they are just coming here to get few dollars and go back home. But that mentality has changed the minute they started having children here. It's time that they can rethink.
Too, yes.
It's time now they rethink how to invest in the community where they live in here. You will see somebody here that can put $100,000 or $200,000 building a house back home where he can only go there once or twice a year. While if you take that $100,000, you can put that as a down payment and the closing cost to buy probably a 2-family house here. You could have that, and you and your family can live in one apartment, rent the rest. That's a source of income. Within 30 years, the house is yours.
Listen. It's been years. I'm
Yes.
talking about your house. You know what I mean? I met so many people, so many real estate agents,
Yes.
but nobody has convinced me like you did today.
Thank you.
So, believe me, I really want to go with you. But if I don't have money, if I don't have good credit, how can I buy a house? Because it's all about good credit.
True. But as I said earlier, the most important thing is the information. Because with the information, you can get anything you want. Let's say today you don't have good credit. But if you don't know how to fix that, how would you get back on track? That's why I'm here. We are working with people that can help
How long
you.
How long are you gonna take me to fix my credit if I have like $10,000-15,000 that I owe to bank? How long are you gonna take me? Because you know we Africans, this is the problem we have here. We have a lot of debt. So how can you help me to fix this?
It depends how fast you can pay those debts, and that
Smart.
paying the
Be smart.
debt is reflecting on the income you are making. If you don't have the mindset of having your own business or become an investor, how are you going to generate a lot of money so that you don't, owe banks or people? So it reflects on the income. That's how we should change our mentality and invest more in becoming, business owners or investors. That way, it can help us build a lot of things. In terms of building the credit, we have people that can help with that. And there also are 3 ways, most important things for somebody to get a house. It reflects on the income, which I just mentioned, on the credit, and the down payment. If you have these tools, if you have this information, getting a house here is easy. You don't have to have tons of money to get it. They have programs, the FHA programs, that gives you the opportunity to put down 3.5% of the purchase price of the house you want to buy. And also another thing that I would like to emphasize is about the investments. We have people back home that have money, but they rather see that money in a saving account in the Western. Instead of leaving that money there, why don't you bring it here and invest it? Because they have a program here in the United States called the EB-5. It allows you to be an investor even if you are in Guinea, as long as you can invest at least $500,000 within 2 years, and that money can generate up to 10 jobs. You could be a green card holder. Your wife and children under 21 all will become green card holder. So you are sitting in Guinea, you have money, invest it in here. And real estate is one of the best investment tools because it's a stable and regulated market.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is someone who just started, this guy real estate, how smart he is. So in 10 years, I know you're gonna do, you guys gonna do amazing.
As I said, I want to retire early.
Amazing job.
I don't expect to work all my life.
So I'm gonna end up the show here now.
All right.
I want you back here again.
Definitely.
Yeah, we still need to talk about a lot of stuff. I want you to look at the camera right there and say your last word to our viewers.
Okay, my last word is, as he introduced me, I am a real estate agent affiliated with Bar Realty Group. We are located in Queens. If you have any information that you would like to get about this industry, you can reach out to me at 347-265-7701. Our office is at 116-67 Softon Boulevard, Jamaica, New York, 11434. Anything about real estate or investments, come to us. We'll give you the best tools. Thank you, Mr. Karim, for having me. Thank you,
My
and
pleasure.
have a nice day.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the third edition Africa on the Move. Get in touch with us, 917-945-1386. Our email is africatvusa@yahoo.com. Thank you so much. Have a good day.